Women, when it comes to long-term relationships or having kids, are very, very concerned with your financial future. So you, in turn, need to be very, very concerned with her sexual past. Got a crazy video for you today. She's not yours, it's just your turn. A woman should be a complement to your life, not the focus. Do the work. Women do not care about your struggles. They hang out at the finish line and they pick the winners. What's up, my brothers from another mother? So I got a request the other day from a guy who was asking about the importance of her past, more specific to that, her sexual past, and if that matters. And the answer to that is really kind of twofold. One, if it's a short-term relationship, nothing, is supposed to happen out of this that might be of any significance. It's a one-night stand, a friends with benefits. Who cares? It doesn't matter. But if it's a long-term basis, or more specifically, if you're looking for a girlfriend or you're looking for somebody to have kids with, for example, then yeah, it is very, very important, in fact, because she is very concerned with your financial future, meaning your ability to provide, preside, and protect as a man, as a masculine male role model in a household. She's very, very interested in that ability from you. You should be interested in her sexual past, and I'll tell you why. If a woman has a very large notch count, if she's had a very promiscuous past, she slept with a lot of guys, she ran around, she even lost her virginity at a very low age, all the research, all the data suggests that she's got a very, very low probability of forming a healthy, monogamous attachment to one man over a long-term basis. There's been lots of studies done on this. I've cited them in my book on the Unplugged Alpha. You can look it up on Amazon, or it's pinned below. You can check it out. But if you take two women, one that lost her virginity at 16 and has a notch count of 50 versus one that lost it at 20 and has a notch count of 2, woman B is a far better option for wife stock if you want to have kids. You're going to have less probability of divorce rape. You're going to have a higher probability of a healthy pair bond with her being in your frame, and I can keep going right down the list. Now, this is where people go, Rich, let's freak out. Men and women are the same, bland slate, equalism. Why can men be promiscuous with impunity but women can't, is usually what ends up happening. This is where the freak show comes from. And the reality is men and women are complements to one another's life. They're not the same. They're not identical. They're very, very different. I mean, men have massive doses of testosterone. Women have massive doses of estrogen. We're very, very different from different perspectives when it comes to hormonal levels and the way we operate on the sexual marketplace. And all the research, all the data specifically says that women struggle to form healthy, long-term monogamous pair bonds with men if they've had promiscuous pasts. That's just the reality of the sexual marketplace. So if you're a woman watching this and you're looking to find a solid guy and to have a family with, don't be a garden tool. Don't go throwing it around to every, guy that gives you some attention. You want to preserve your beauty and your notch count for that. That's just the way that it is. And, no amount of arguing about it or pointing and sputtering is ever going to change that. It's always going to be that way. Now, the next question that a lot of guys ask is, well, how do you determine that? Well, you're not going to ask her because she's not going to be honest with you. If you ask a woman what her notch count is, one, she's either going to lie, or two, she's going to underestimate it. Most guys will usually say, well, you can either double or triple the number, and I'll tell you why. When women recount this number, they're thinking in their head anything on a longer term basis. So boyfriends they might have had, if they had a dating relationship that lasted, 3 months, basically anything longer than a few months' time. Anything that falls within the category of a one night stand, what happened in Vegas stays in Vegas, that girl's trip to Europe for the summer for 2.5 months, a friends with benefit, lesbian encounters, threesome, all that stuff, they don't recount that, right? So you're not going to get an accurate number. You're going to get a number, but you're not going to get an accurate number. I mean, if you want to take the lazy approach, double or triple it, and there you go. The better way to kind of approach it is, let's say you meet a chick and she's 31 years old and you're dating her and you want to try to establish this sort of thing. Just ask her, hey, tell me about your 20s. What did you do during that time? Well, I had a boyfriend from the age of 21 and we just broke up 6 months ago. That's a pretty good indicator that unless the relationship was an open relationship, but that's a pretty good indicator that, she doesn't have a very high notch count. Oh yeah, you can follow up with, well, when did you lose your virginity? I was 20 years old. I was stupid. It was this guy and this and that. But then it was just my boyfriend and that was it. So I've only ever been with 2 guys. fine. You know, that's a reasonable story. It's a reasonable low notch count. It's pretty uncommon though. You're not going to get that very often. What you're probably going to get more of is, well, in college it was 40 guys, or, you know, I did a lot of traveling, or I worked on a cruise ship, or I traveled the world and backpacked, and you know, I moved around a lot. Scenarios like that where there's an absence of a monogamous long-term relationship, you're pretty much guaranteed to have a pretty high notch count. Again, you're never going to get the accurate number. If you want to be lazy about it, just double or triple or whatever you get. But again, women, when it comes to long-term relationships or having kids, are very, very concerned with your financial future. So you, in turn, need to be very, very concerned with her sexual past. If you're not, you could set yourself up for a whole lot of headaches. I break down a lot of this in my book, The Unplugged Alpha, and we do talk about this often in my men's community when it comes to the dynamics between men and women. If you want to get into any of those things, book is pinned below in the top comment. Also the link to join my men's community. You can watch the intro video, explains exactly how it works and where all those things go. Smash the like button, leave me a comment below, let me know what you think. Am I right? Am I wrong? You want to challenge this? Do you agree with me? What's your experience been? Put that down below. And again, smash that like button. Got lots more videos coming out over the next few weeks. We'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.